Hello and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss for one more layout this month for Mood Board Magic. And I have decided for this layout, I want to play with this crepe paper snowflake collection, what I have of it. And I am going to mix in just a smattering of different things. So this is from Snow Fun Cartabella, and this is Snow Much Fun Cartabella, and this is from Mittens and Mistletoe. So we're just going to play with some of these different elements. I'm also going to probably pull in some of these pieces. I showed you from the first layout. I had these cut aparts, scraps. I'm probably, because the color scheme, this is crepe paper as well. This all goes together really well. So I'm going to play with that. The photo I'm taking, good Lord, the photo I'm using for this layout is Charlie. We're sitting on the couch and she had cuddled up to me. She was not feeling well. She got a cold at the beginning of this month, and it's taken her a little while to shake it. We've got her on antibiotics, and the vet says she's fine and she's going to be fine. She just, during this photo, she just was not feeling well. So that is what we're going to be working on. I have a piece of specialty paper here that's got some foil in it. I may bring that in, but I really want to play with, I like the dark base. I keep calling this my base. This is what's going to mat my base. And I'm trying to decide what else I want to feature. I like this design. I think that would look pretty. And I want to probably mat my photo in this. And I want to maybe bring in this or this plaid. I'm not sure which one. Let's see. I don't want, no. Yeah, the rest of these, I'm thinking no. So, I believe that's the papers I'm going to use. I don't have a sketch in mind. I need to have a sketch in mind. So, kind of would like to shop around for a sketch. I'm just not sure how this plaid's going to play with this really kind of curly-Q frilly design. I like that because I want it to show. Maybe a large band. Maybe a large band this way. That way I have it above and below. I like that idea already. I like that idea already. Okay, let's get into cutting some pieces. Because I don't know, I'm not going to know for sure until I do it. Right now, it's all just a part of my imagination. Probably going to have to change blades or this track, something. It's not cutting the way I want it to. I don't know what size this is. It's close to 6 inches, I believe. Yes, it's close to 6 inches, probably a little over. But this is what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking about. I like that it's showing above and below. I think I need some sort of maybe washi or something to go on the edges of that. I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off of each side so that I'm not cutting away so much of the design on 2 sides. I want it to be even. So we're going to do about a 1/4 inch. On every side. So we are having finally a slow Sunday. We're just kind of chilling out and not doing much of anything. We have Christmased ourselves out, and just having guests here, having our house full, and then traveling. We came home in the storm that everyone up in the Northeast suffered with, and it was a doozy. It made a 13-hour trip 17 hours long. It took us, we had to slow down driving in it because it was just, the weather was so bad. And yes, we did drive to Alabama for that trip because we thought it would be easier. However, we were wrong. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. I love how that looks. This brings kind of a playful vibe to it because the lines are wonky, they're not straight. And little Miss Priss here, yes. So I'm liking how this is looking so far. Let me go ahead and start adhering. I think I was the one who had suggested that we drive just so that we could carry things easier. And I'm almost certain my husband was ready to strangle me by the time we finally got home. He insisted on doing all of the driving. I offered many, many times to give him a break, but he declined. I'm not sure if I want to go maybe like this. I think I do. I really think I do. I think I'm going to just use this line here as my guide and just trim that down. And I do believe I love that. Yes. I like that this flourish design is all the way around. One of the things, and I've mentioned this before, one of the things that I'm really trying to do these days is not second guess myself. If I get the idea and I decide that that's, or if I have the idea, instead of second guessing myself, instead of just kind of flopping around and trying different things, I'm just committing and going for it. And one of the reasons why I am doing that is because I don't have a lot of time, and I need to use that time wisely by getting pages done, getting projects completed, because I'm not always scrapbooking. I do a lot of different paper crafting projects. But if I second guess every decision, then I get in analysis paralysis and I don't get the things done that I need to get done. Okay. I like that. I want to just cuddle that up against the line here. There we go. Little Miss Priss. She is such a thing. I'm looking at some of the darker paper patterns I have. And let me just go back to my collection kit here. I do believe I want to tuck something above and below here. if you're seeing this mangled finger here, I tied up with my potato peeler, and the potato peeler won. So I cut off 5.5 inches. That leaves me 6.5 inches, and I'm trying to decide now, which one do I want to show? Do I want most of this to show, or do I want most of all of this to show? I'm going to cut 4 inches off. And I am just trying to decide which way I want this to present. I'm liking this. Okay, I just need to straighten that up a little bit and adhere it down. Now, because I've used yellow here, I've used that kind of mustard color, I need to kind of make that more prominent in my clusters. At least I feel like I do. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I think I said I wasn't going to use these cut aparts, but I do have this cut apart that has that yellow in it, in a different pattern, and I like that. So we're going to hold that to the side. I'm looking at my Stars specialty paper, and I'm going to bring those scraps in too. I don't want the stars, and I had said I was going to use this paper, and I've decided completely against it. So there's that. Okay, let's put all of that up, and let's look through our embellishments. I have these blue, but I really don't want to bring in another color, so this is not going to work. We're not going to use those. And I'm going to flip through these. I could use Warm Wishes, but everything else, we've got Snow Day. I can use Stay Warm. We have these little banners. Okay, there's bits and pieces in here that I can use. And maybe this frame here, but I'm thinking not. So I'm going to put these to the side. I don't think I'll use those. So I'm left with these elements, and I'm going to pause, think how I'm going to display this, and then I'll be back. Okay, I have decided I want some round elements. So I've got some dies out, and I've got a mitt here that's going to add curve, and I've got 2 circle dies. I'll be back in a moment. This is what I'm thinking about with these 3 pieces. So I'm going to use this as my journaling, and this is just going to be a base to put some cluster elements. And then I'm going to add this mitt up here just to kind of soften this edge here. As everything just kind of scales down, it almost looks like tiers. So we're coming from this height down to this, and here, we're just kind of stepping down. And with my title, you get it. You get it. I don't have to keep explaining it. One of the reasons why I talked about the dies is because when we become intentional with our kits when we're putting things together, getting ready, getting prepared to play. When we put elements there and they're available to us as we're creating, the likelihood that we will use those increases. It just increases those odds and helps us reduce some of the guilt we have. I would like to say that we don't have guilt. The reality is we do. I see it a lot with myself, with my friends. We talk about what we've purchased and what we haven't used, and there's just that element, that guilt there. So we're incredibly blessed to be able to purchase and participate in this hobby. It's even more fun when we use the things that we've bought. I think I want to tuck it under that portion. So, yeah, I think I want to do that. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. It may change. Okay. We're going to look at our sticker book and just see what pieces we can bring in. I said I was going to use this Stay Warm, but, you know, it's not completely necessary. We'll add it here. I really should have saved this Hearth and Home. She loves when we turn the fireplace on. Loves it. Like, she just gets right in front of the fireplace and just eats that. She loves it. So I should have saved that. We're going to add some of these snowflakes, just kind of sprinkle them around. And I think I want another one up here. If I have another one. There we do. Thank goodness. We do have another one. I like that. Like it a lot. Okay, continuing to move along. Let's add a flower or two in. So if I do that, that's going to cover up. I like it, but it's going to cover up we're going to leave that there. Once again, I'm making those decisions and just going with it instead of questioning it. I'm going to add this blue one under here so that it's getting a little closer to the words, and that makes it look like it's more a part of this title. I need to bring some flowers down here or some sort of organic element. I like that. And maybe an organic element here. And I'm looking at these pine cones. So I'm going to nestle that right up against the snowflake. I like that. I don't want the banners. And I think we are done. We are done. So I'm going to journal here about Little Toot being sick, and we're going to call this one completed. Thank you for joining me. Oh, I wanted to show you this one. On my own time, I did this layout. My boys sent me photos of their pets during a snow day in Alabama, and of course, I loved getting the pictures of them, of my grandpets out in the snow. So that layout has been completed. We're going to finish the month with 4 layouts for Mood Board Magic, and we will move the kit on into February and keep working with it. Thank you for joining me. Come back, and we will chat again soon. Bye-bye.